Tip 1. You could select green MIDI parts and copy and paste it through songs. Unfortunately, it only works with one instrument. However, it works with multiple blow audio loops, but make sure that there's instrument slots for it. Tip 2. You could add more plugins to GarageBand by going to the settings, searching up GarageBand, scrolling down and enabling iOS effect plugins. This adds extra plugins to check out. Tip 3. Third-party audio unit extensions help improve your song so much. Here are some examples I use very often in my songs. I'm going to make a video explaining in depth these plugins, so I'm going to brief here. LRC7. It's an EQ that boosts the desired frequencies of an instrument. Here's examples used for a kick drum. A snare drum. Hi-hats. And sub-bass. Wider, like its name, it makes the instrument wider. The sound will now be more defined in the separate parts of your headphones. Here's examples of drums. And guitar. Module Korg. It's a software with a really high quality piano. Easy knobs to change the sound and has the infamous release cut sound too. Flux Mini 2. It's a plugin that allows you to sidechain instruments and cut off parts too. Really great to avoid instruments clashing with one another. SynthMaster One. It's a synthesizer with a ton of presets to try. Here are some of my favorites that I use in my songs. It's mostly used for EDM though. Tip 4. To find more great instruments quickly, you could check the Apple loops and filter it to software instruments loops. Find one that sounds good. These green loops when placed onto the track will add the instrument and the sample. You could delete the sample and change the notes for your own song. Tip 5. To add a slow fade in a high-pass filter like this. You need to duplicate the original instrument. Add a lot of reverb and EQ its high frequencies. Finally, add some automation and you will get something like this. Tip 6. This tip is for the guitar in GarageBand, to quickly mute a guitar after playing a chord. You need to click with your other finger a part of the screen where there's no strings. Here's an example. It's much easier than to manually edit the mute notes yourself. Tip 7. Open an instrument. Go to the track settings and tap velocity sensitivity. Turn this off if you want consistent volume when playing a note. You can turn this on with 3 levels to add volume and touch sensitivity to the note. Tip 8. When you've customized an instrument with different plugins and effects, you could save for next time. Simply go to the instruments library. Click save and name it. Way more efficient and saves the sound of the instrument you like. Tip 9. On the top left of the song playlist is the FX panel. Two neat features with the FX panel I use pretty often is the filter and the sort of sidechain. The filter allows you to add a low pass filter or a high pass filter to the entire song. Here's an example. Lastly, the sidechain allows you to cut off the volume in either rough beats and more on the entire song. Here's an example. Another nice trick is you could merge the effects in the FX panel with a certain instrument. With the audio file you can go back to the original song and paste it there so that you can reuse the instrument once again. Tip 10. If you've reached the 32 instrument limit, you could duplicate the entire song. Delete the instruments not needed and continue with the song. When you're done you could export the audio file and import it into the original one. Here's an example.